everybody. Welcome back to the show. So it is time for something we call Dear LTK. This is a segment where we answer questions for our men viewers. And let me tell you, you guys just really get into situations. And we do our best to answer the questions. We do our best to help you. Sometimes I think we confuse you more than we help. But here we go. Here's today's. All right. Dear LTK, I don't want my in-laws to stay at our house when they come to visit. How do I break the news to them and my wife? Oh,
how long are they visiting?
That
makes a big difference.
Yeah, that's true. I'd be more afraid to tell the wife than I would the in-laws, quite honestly. You know what? When you marry someone, you also marry their family. And so you're marrying into the family, and that becomes your family. And sometimes it's hard, but you know what? It is his house. It's his house, his rules, you know? It'll make it for a difficult marriage if you don't allow certain family members in and certain are allowed to come and not allowed to come. You're going to have problems.
So it's interesting because the way this question was posed leads you to believe they stayed before.
Right.
He's like, how do I break the news to them and my wife? Does he have to break the news to them, or can he just let his wife handle it? Is that the chicken way out?
I think his wife should be the one to talk to her parents. I don't know. And like Lisa, it's your family. And fortunately, I love my in-laws. So they could absolutely move in with us for all I care about. But yeah, I think his wife, you address that communication with your parents.
Okay.
But
look at Kim, she's breathing deeply.
I have experience in this situation with my parents. My Nana, who was my dad's mom, she would come and stay with us generally for about 6 weeks at a time in the summer.
Ooh.
That's a pretty long time.
It is.
And she had this habit of after dinner every night, when it's time to do the dishes, she would have to go to the bathroom. Every night that we cooked dinner, and she'd be in there a good 45 minutes, and when she came back out, the dishes are all done. And there were other things, but I think that was really hard on my mom. And what happened was she just stewed at the end of the night. I could hear her down the hall. Nana was in a different spot, and she just let it all out every night to my poor dad. So I think it is one of those things that maybe you learn to live with or vent or create rules that I'm moving into a hotel for 6 weeks or something.
Right.
And I don't know, yikes. This is,
you do have to protect your marriage, though.
So where Lisa's like, you're marrying the in-laws, I agree with that, but I disagree. Because if you know that you don't get along with them, and you bring them into the house, and it could create a situation where you guys get into a conflict and clash, that can make things even worse. I think it's going to be less awkward to say, hey, you guys know we don't get along. How about we put you up over at the Residence Inn or whatever, versus it getting really ugly. That might be less awkward.
Yeah.
It might be.
I think you're right.
Or just spin it, we want you to be the most comfortable
See, there we go.
possible. So
Yes.
We've
Empty
arranged
the spare
this.
bedroom.
Yes.
Or you could start a renovation project in the bathroom and be like, oh, our bathroom's all tore up. You
That
can't
never
even-
ends. The never-ending renovation of the bathroom. That's what it is.
Let him stay one night and just wreak havoc.
And that's a good point. I think maybe limit the time that the in-laws are there. If you know you can start to fight, then all of a sudden, okay, 1 day, not 6 days.
Yeah, too long. Okay, so sir, we hope that helps. If not, we at least give you some funny ideas. So, all right, everybody, stay with us. Coming up after the break, we highlight our woman we're talking about and tell you why your McNuggets may be Wick Nuggets.